Hey, everybody, welcome back. I have someone very, very special today, Miss Liz. Gosh, I always pronounce your name wrong.
Gliem.
Gleam, gosh. And she has just landed yesterday from Mozambique. The cyclone hit while she was flying home. And so, Liz, how are you? I know you landed to a bunch of crazy news.
Yeah. I'm doing okay. Obviously, my heart is there. And I'm I think, still in shock and devastated with everything. We landed and I opened up my phone in line at immigration and just started crying, just burst into tears at what I saw. And it's it's very, very sad. I don't think there's words actually right now.
Yeah. Um, uh, it's been a late night, early mornings.
Hmm.
We're getting news, we're getting images. In fact, just a few minutes ago, I got some more fresh images in. Let me just give people a little bit of background for those who don't know who you are. Liz, you've been out in Pemba for how long? 12 years?
11 years.
11 years.
Hmm.
And Liz currently runs our farm in Pemba, like well, right outside of Pemba. And if you don't have any background on who Liz is and you want some more, you can watch a green room that we did about 8 months ago with Liz to hear her story. But can you tell us how things are in the farm? You spend a lot of time discipling people that are in kind of a little bit out, half hour outside of Pemba. Can you tell us what you've heard and what it looks like in the surrounding villages and the farm?
Yeah, sure. So Cyclone Chido that went through, it it hit just south of Pemba. And the farm is about 25 kilometers, 15, 20 miles south of Pemba. And it's a rural village that sits along the main road. Um, and the majority of the homes would be a traditional, mud hut home
Yeah.
with a shop roof or a grass thatch roof. And it hit much differently in Miezi, just 25 kilometers south, than it did in Pemba. The damage is significantly greater there. Um, the images and the videos that I've gotten from those who are able to get out there, from Anna and Rafa, from Jamal, and from Mario. Miezi is no more. Mario said today when I talked to him, there's not probably 10 houses standing, and the population was easily 50, 60,000 people.
Hey, think about that for a second, guys. Those of you who are listening, how many huts would that be? How many houses would that be? And you said there's only 10 standing.
Yeah.
How many thousands are gone?
Oh my gosh. There's easily 700, 800 homes gone.
Wow.
Our church, our Irish church, which is a
Yeah.
block building with a proper steel trusses and roof, is gone. It just blew that away, crumbled it. Um, the farm is destroyed as far as structural damage goes. We built a new mill this year for
Yeah.
corn. Yeah, that was a huge project. I think I shared about it on the
You
dream, the
did. You
dream room,
did.
and it was a huge dream. And we finished that up in August this year, and it's been running. The structure is gone. The mill is gone. The actual pieces of equipment, we anchored those into the ground with angle iron and then cemented them in, so they're still there.
Yeah.
Um, we have a container barn, and the roof was just peeled off of that. All of our animal housing is gone.
Wow.
About
Wow.
300 chickens. Uh,
Wow.
the structures collapsed in on them. Our pigs survived.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. But the structures are gone.
Wow.
Um, we had another chicken coop where we had some ducks, and it's gone. We had a building where we put a brand new roof on this year, for our feed that would come off the mill that we were then producing for ourselves. The roof is gone. We have two houses on the property. Both are block. One was completely destroyed, just crumbled. The other one lost all of the roof. And then we had a like a pavilion, a refectory, we would call it, where our workers had lunch and where we would have meetings, and it's got destroyed. So structurally, there's there's the two containers left and the walls around the one red house, and
Yeah.
that's left standing.
So, Liz, as you're sharing, we've been showing some of the images and some of the videos,
Hmm.
just so people can have a sense. So they're actually seeing the images, they're seeing the videos of the property. Liz, you came in and assumed, responsibility serving the farm years ago. There was an amazing missionary couple that was out there before, and I know the farm's been a dream on Heidi's. What's taken place on the farm is incredible. The
Hmm.
fruit, and I would encourage anyone watching to check out the green room. We'll throw a link down where you can actually hear Liz's story and hear some of the history. And you know, this is not. I want people to understand that this isn't just like a missions base. This is home.
Hmm.
This is home, right? This is years of discipleship. This has been a place of community, a place of crazy miracles.
Hmm.
And I know that God is going to blow us away with his goodness and his kindness. And the farm, this is the next phase of the farm.
Hmm.
But I want to ask you, you came home for Christmas. You've been living in a war zone, right? For the last 7 years. There's been political unrest these last few months.
Hmm.
Can you just talk to me really quickly about how you're processing all this with the Lord? Where's your heart? And I don't mind. I actually want the truth, if that's okay.
Well, you've got me jet lagged and
Not that
emotional.
you would lie. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure what I'll say. Like I said, I haven't slept much. Um, but to be honest and to be completely, yeah, raw, after this last year, um, all my hope is in Jesus, and I feel less and less attached to this earth every, I would say every day, because the only thing that's lasting are people. And I just want to say we have 34 employees at the farm. Every single one of them, their house collapsed in on them, and not one of them was killed or severely injured. The
Wow.
only thing that can't be bought is a human life, and Jesus
Mm.
spared every single one because that's what matters. That's what's eternal. We can rebuild houses, we can rebuild a farm, but the treasure is in heaven with Jesus. And you know, living in a place where there's a lot of uncertainty, there's nothing in your control. There's insurgents that come and go freely, they move around. They suddenly attack. They hurt people that you know. This year, there's political unrest, and that affected us directly in the city. And just, a couple weeks ago, I was stuck out at the farm because there was a terrible protest in Pemba. And I just looked up from the farm back towards Pemba and I could just see black smoke. And I thought, well, the roads are cut off. I always thought the danger would be out at the farm, but now the danger's in the city.
Wow.
Um, and made it home, and the next day there was several shootings and several people killed across Pemba. And right before I left, I made it out to the farm, and we just thank Jesus that we made it this far in the year. We
Yeah.
prayed for His protection, and we hoped in next year, because as long as there's hope, you can keep going. And that's the thing. The anchor and the hope is in Jesus. And so I don't know how to plan out what crops we're going to plant when I can't even get to the farm. I couldn't even buy fuel for the tractor because they stopped selling fuel because people were using it to set tires and cars on fire in the city.
Yeah.
And then I just couldn't even get to the farm. And I thought, okay, Jesus, this is all in your hands. And so one of the things that I just go into is He is our refuge in time of trouble. When He says, I'm an ever-present help in time of trouble, that's real. You can count on it. He is.
Yeah.
Right now, that night of the cyclone, He spared every single person. He was there with every single one of our workers and so many other family members. And that's that's what I go back to. You know, the one thing that can't be bought is what's most precious to him, and that's our lives, that's our souls, and that's the thing he's sparing. He's sparing it in the war, he's sparing it in the unrest, he's sparing it in cyclones because it's precious to him, you know?
Yeah.
And
Liz, I'm sorry. I don't want to
no,
cut
go
you off.
ahead.
Liz, just before we end, because I want this to be a quick update and we're going to get you back on soon. I want to hear the stories of what's going on, as things are coming together and as people are picking up pieces. You said something beautiful to me on the phone when we were talking. You said, all of the Rafa and Anna mentioned that, all you could hear was hammers yesterday and, hitting metal, sheets. And you said all of the workers, they're just going to come to the farm, take the
Hmm.
metal roof that's been blown off,
Hmm.
use it for their own homes
Hmm.
first. Have you
Hmm.
been hearing some stories of, I don't know, just how all of your team's doing it? And when we say workers, these aren't like staff. These are ones that you have discipled for
Yeah.
years. Like this is your church.
Yeah, yeah. This is my family. I got through to Mario today. There's still no power, and there's the cell service comes in and out, so it's a bit spotty. So I spoke with him today, and first of all, he had was thankfulness in his heart. He says, "I'm just so thankful that God spared us. Just God's so good to us," and that is resilient within every single one of them. That the first thing that they say after they've lost everything is how thankful they are to God. Um, And yeah, they came out to the farm today. And so today and tomorrow, we lost, I think, 7 roofs altogether. And I said, any kind of shapa, which is just a piece of tin
Right.
roofing, I said, just you guys go for it. And you divide it up amongst yourselves. If it's 3, 4 pieces, every single person takes something because right now they have nothing. And it's the beginning of rainy season. So they're
Yeah.
sitting in a pile of mud right now.
Yeah.
And so what we're trying to do is just anything. And come on, these guys are farmers. They're resourceful.
Yeah.
They're farmers. They're incredibly resilient and strong. They're going to build stuff, and already have.
Yeah.
Uh, and we've got, the team took out tarps today, 2 tarps for every family. So something for them
Yeah.
to put around, something for them to cover with. They've got shappas. We've got mana packs going out to them. And
Can I speak to that really quick? Uh, this is how fast people move. Yesterday, right about this time, 24 hours ago, and in God's goodness, our team had just shipped Sean. Sean. He had worked on getting containers of food out there before we even knew this was going to happen. So I think 2 days before the cyclone hit, we had one container land with mana packs in it. And so if you're a part of mana packs, if you're a part of any of the team that helped get that together, thank you. We started sending it out yesterday, and I'll show some pictures so people can see. This is just 24 hours, and every person that you see in these photos, they have lost their
everything.
homes. They've lost everything, and
Hmm.
uh, and yet they're out serving,
Hmm.
they're out giving,
Hmm.
and so yeah, please. So we were able to pass out some mana packs, uh,
Yeah,
which for just so you know, that's a very easily cooked food full of nutrients. So it's rice and minerals. It's like a full meal. You can survive on it basically.
hmm.
So
Hmm.
those went out
Hmm.
yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Wow. Liz, uh, as we close up today, is there anything that you just want to share with people? I know we're going into Christmas, which is a beautiful thing.
Hmm.
And but is there anything that's just on your heart you want to share?
Yeah. I just want to, say thank you to everyone that's been praying and to just speak to the resiliency of the Mozambicans. They impress me right now. They are incredibly strong. Mario, when I was talking to him, he said, I didn't know where to go. So I took my family in the bedroom and he said, and first the roof flew off. And he said, so then I picked up, the mattress off the bed and I kind of wrapped my family in it.
Wow.
and the walls started to collapse around us. And he said, I just held them in this mattress. And then at one point, we thought it has to stop raining. And it did. And he opens up his arms, and his family comes out of the mattress, and they're all okay. And he looks around and realizes they're all okay. And he says, I'm going to go check on the other workers. And he starts walking through the village, and he walks to 33 other houses and checks on every single person. And I want to say that that's the picture of who they are. That's
Yeah.
what they're doing right now. They're taking care of each other. And that's exactly what you said. They've lost everything, and yet they're giving everything right now, because the hope is not in this world. The hope isn't that it's going to get better or it's not going to happen again. The hope is in eternity. And
Right.
I think the thing that's beautiful in this is they're walking out right now what it is to love one another, to love your brother, to serve your brother, to take care of your sister. And, I hope that's what we remember at Christmas. Jesus gave his life, and then he said, go and do likewise. Give your life for each other. And that's what they're doing. They're setting the example for us.
It's something I learned early on visiting Mozambique, starting my journey in missions, that it really, like, it's actually not what we are there to do and give. It's what we get to receive from the beautiful people in the beautiful body of Christ. Yeah, we might bring the gospel to those who haven't heard it, but then we actually get to see what the simplicity of love looks like
Yeah.
as the gospel is played out in front of our eyes. I am always convicted when I get around our team, our pastors, our leaders. You, Liz, you are you are one of my heroes. I love you. We will keep in touch, and we'll try to get some updates out. I really want to keep getting updates out on what's going on so people can hear. I think it's good for people to hear. And just thank you, Liz, for just taking time. I know you got a lot going on, but I really appreciate it. If anybody wants to get in touch with you,
Mm-hmm.
get in touch. Like, how can they do that? How can people connect? I know if people want to, I know people are going to want to give
Mm-hmm.
to the farm. You can do that on our Iris Global website. I'll throw a link down in the
Mm-hmm.
description. But if people, I know what the last time you were on the green room, I know people came and they gave that mill that you said the building's destroyed, and
Yeah.
how can they get in touch with you?
Probably send me a message via Instagram or Facebook is the easiest way, and
Okay.
I'll try to respond. Be gracious. I have a lot of a lot of communication I'm doing right now, but yeah, that's the best way to get in touch.
Yeah. Yeah. They're going to be gracious, Liz. And if they're not, you tell me who they are and I will hunt them down. Okay. That's my problem. No, I'm just kidding. Liz, I love you. And
Love you.
I know I'll talk to you again before Christmas, but have an amazing few days with your family. And we're going to be praying. And I just want to ask you guys just to be praying for Liz, pray for the team, just pray for everybody. Imagine being away from your home and having the worst disaster hit, and actually know that you cannot get back right now. Travel in and out of Pemba is almost impossible right now. So pray for the Mozambicans, pray for the team out of the same heart that you would have if it was taking place in yours. We love you guys. And like, subscribe, and share this. I'm not asking you to like and subscribe so we get numbers. We don't care. I'm asking you to do it because it gets this message out. So leave a comment, do all the things. And I want people to hear this. I want people to hear what's going on. And I know you do as well. So help us out in that. And Liz, love you.
Love you too. Thank you, Will.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Um, yeah, like I said, get this message out and just keep coming back to our social media. We'll keep you up to date with what's going on. And I know we're going to have more and more incredible stories of what God's doing in the midst of the chaos. Love you guys.